In the face of criticism from human rights organizations, Minister of Public Works Desmond Bannister said plainly that residents of shantytown homes demolished by the government are not his responsibility. His comments came after an additional 10 homes were demolished at the farm shantytown on Abaco.
It's not my responsibility to take care of those residents. And that may sound harsh, but when they went out there and built in direct contravention of the law, they were new or ought to have known that they were breaching the law of the Bahamas. They've gotten notices now for more than 28 days and they've done nothing. It's very important for them to utilize their resources, whatever resources they had to build the house in the first place. They could have applied in accordance with the law, gotten permits, and be able to lawfully construct something just the way any of you all would do.
The government started demolishing illegal, unoccupied structures in the farm last month. The 10 structures demolished last week were occupied structures. Bannister said even though the Ministry of Works posted notices to all of the structures set for demolition and gave the residents an additional 3 days grace, some residents did not remove their belongings from their homes. As a result, Bannister said the ministry had to take action.
Where they did not remove their belongings, they took photographs of the belongings. They then inventoried them. They then removed them, except in cases where the owner said they didn't want them anymore. Then those houses were demolished. On Thursday, we demolished 6 buildings. That was a full day's work. Came back the next day. I'm not sure Thursday, maybe Friday we did that. We came back on the next day, which was Saturday, and demolished an additional 4. We're proceeding in a methodical manner to demolish all of these illegally constructed houses.
Bannister said the only structures that will be demolished are those that were built since Hurricane Dorian. A 2018 Supreme Court injunction prohibits the government from demolishing shantytown structures that have already been constructed and prohibits anyone from constructing, erecting, or altering unregulated shantytown buildings anywhere in the Bahamas.
There are almost 200 of them, and they have to go. None of them could stand up to hurricane force winds. They're all built in breach of the code. They're built in breach of the law. None of them have permits. And if you have a strong wind, they'll all be gone. We will be spending your money to rescue people in the midst of a hurricane if there's another hurricane in Abaco.
A challenge to the government's demolition policy, which was brought by a group of shantytown residents being represented by Fred Smith, QC, remains before the court. Meantime, a group of United Nations human rights experts urged the government to immediately cease further evictions and housing demolitions. In response, Bannister said it has come to the point where the Bahamas has to decide whether it wants to be like Haiti. Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Jared Higgs.